All right, what's up, guys? It's been a while, but the long-awaited part two of NBA All-Star Weekend is here. I know it took a little bit of a gap there, but we're back, and I have some stuff stacked up. Just got to voice over and record and edit this part. But looking forward to the future videos as well. But basically, this is part two, and this was day three technically of NBA All-Star Weekend. And so let's take you through the clips. Well, first things first, I wanted to try Waymo while I was in San Francisco, which, if you don't know, a Waymo is basically like a driverless car, like it's a self-driving car that acts as an Uber. So you can call Waymo and take you to your destination and like pick you up and everything, and there's no person there. So obviously this is like pretty common in San Francisco now and starting to spread around, but I had still never been in one. So I made a little short about it too. So I'll insert the short here so you can kind of see what happened.
My first Waymo experience. Started off well. The turning is insane. Picked up my friend Logan. It got confused by the crossing guard. Had to abandon it, but we were already at destination.
But yeah, it was kind of funny. It was a really smooth ride. We like dropped a location, like we added a stop to pick up Logan. Then once we picked him up, we like kept going to our final destination. And when we got there, that was a little busy. Like it was around the convention center because we were going to this NBA crossover event, which is like a, we'll explain later. But basically, we got there and there's a lot of traffic going on, and there was like cops like directing traffic with their hands, and the Waymo got like stuck. Like the lights were still turning green, so like it could have kept going, but it got stuck, and like the cars behind us were like honking and stuff. And then we pressed the support button, and then Logan was like, "Let's just get out here." So we got out, and then when we got out, there was like two other Waymos behind it that were just stuck in that lane. So people were like going around it. So we did get stuck technically. It wasn't like that smooth of a ride, but we were basically at the location, so it worked out. But yeah, NBA crossover. Like we paid $50, I think, to get into this event. It's like a convention center, the Moscone Center in San Francisco, that was like taken over, and they had different like booths basically. Like there was a Michelob Ultra booth. There was like a Heineken booth. There's all these different brands there basically. They had booths like you could buy merch. There was a court there. I think we just had missed the G League All Star game, which was happening on that Sunday too. But we missed it. We didn't show up in time. But like there was a full court there set up and like stands so people could watch. So it was a huge space with a lot of stuff. But there was just a lot of long lines, and like we're getting to the age now where like maybe if I was in high school and like super NBA gung ho obsessed, like I would wait in all these lines and like get to experience these activations. But we're kind of just like, dude, we don't want to spend 45 minutes to an hour in a line for one activation. So we did like one little short line one where you can see Nikki and Logan taking their shots. I took mine, but I missed them. But it was still cool. Like we walked around, we only maybe did like two activations, and we just like took a couple laps of the place, which was cool. Another thing too was just like there's a lot of like people I recognize walking around. Like once again, like if you recognize them and you're in the know, like you'll see them. So like we walked past Juan Toscano Anderson, who plays in the G League now, but he was like a Warriors legend. He was walking a stroller with his Grom in it, and like he had his hood on and stuff, and like people were saying what's up, but he kind of was keeping it pushing. And then we saw Mac McClung and his crew walk out. He had an appearance to do basically here. That was another thing that the crossover does, is like you can see player appearances where I think they do like meet and greets. So there's like this huge long line to meet Matt McClung, and this was like after Saturday, so he had already won the dunk contest, so the hype was real. But he was like walking on this big crew, and he was just making direct line for the like stage where he was doing his appearance. Another person, like no one, like I was telling Logan, like you don't know who this is, was Lethal Shooter. He was like literally walking right past us. His cameraman like bumped into me. He was like backpedaling and he bumped me, and I was like, well, what the heck? And then it was Lethal Shooter walking by, so I thought that was kind of funny. He's the guy that does like the Instagram like challenges where like he puts like nails on the rim and stuff, and you know what I mean. It's like a shooting coach type thing, but he was signing stuff and people were following him around, so that was kind of funny. And then yeah, it came time to watch the All Star game, and we are like, oh, we should go by the arena and like watch it there. And we tried walking by, but they weren't playing it. Like there's a big TV screen or like screen outside of Chase Center, but they weren't playing it. I guess they didn't want people to gather there, so there was nowhere to watch. And like there's a couple like restaurants and bars around there, but they were jam packed, and people were like obviously going there to watch the game or be close to the game. But they were jam packed. So we decided to go to this other area. I forgot what this was called for the life of me, but we walked by and there was this lady from Cash App working, like right when we first walked into this like eating area, outdoor eating area. And she was like, hey, if you guys have Cash App, like, you guys can come into this VIP area. And she was handing out these Shackalicious gummies. I wish I would have had one on me, but we finished them. But they were handing them out by the box full. She was like, yeah, here, take this one, take this one, take this one. and there was like a sour and normal flavor of the Shakalicious stuff. She was kind of just hooking it up. Like I think she was hired at this activation to like give stuff out, and it may have been a little slow. So she was like, "Yeah, here, take this candy, take one of each flavor. If you guys want to come in this activation, like just show me that you have this Cash App." And we showed it to her, and she's like, "Yeah, go in there. You can chill out. It's like a little lounge area, and there's drinks." And I think you were only supposed to get 2 drink tickets, but it's basically just free. So we got like free drinks, and we chilled in this little area and finished like our food, which we got free Philly cheesesteaks. It was an activation, like a food truck for Kevin Hart's new cartoon show. I think it's on FX. Um, and they were just giving out free cheesesteaks, so that was cool. And then we walked here, and they were like, "Here, take these free candy." We're like, "Okay," and they come in this free area. They have free alcohol, and we're like, "Okay." And yeah, this area had TVs, like couches. It was like we're in someone's living room. So we just posted up there. Honestly, like we stayed there the whole time. Like we got our drinks. We sat on those couches. We watched the game and the pregame stuff, and just kind of vibed out. Well, another thing to add about the VIP area is that there was no one there. Like there was literally like 2 other people there, and then there was another like little side to it where maybe there was like 5 people there. So like it was very just like super chill, which was awesome. And then we walked right across the street from this VIP area, and or not even across the street, like it was just like across the walkway. And they had this activation with the basketball hoop on a bus. I think they drive it around. I don't know what brand is associated with this actually, but I see it around. Like they pull up and there's a hoop outside the bus and people play basketball on it. And we saw this guy George the Messiah, who's from New York. I recognized him because I was like, I've seen his Instagram clips and like seen him like bully people. Like there's this one clip where a guy is like, "Oh, I'll play you 1-on-1." He's like, "Play me?" He's like, "You gotta pay me to play me," and I thought that was so funny. But yeah, they brought him out. Like before this, people were just playing 1-on-1 basically, and there was like a little MC dude. You can see him. He was kind of announcing and like being funny. Like there was this guy. I guess that he asked him like, "Oh, where's your hoodie from?" He's like, "H&M." He's like, "All right, we got H&M over here." It's like H&M going crazy, and H&M was going crazy. Like he kept winning and like staying on. And then they brought out George Messiah, who played H&M, and he's just straight bully ball. Like I had never seen someone like play basketball like that. Like this guy was wearing a hoodie, one of the guys, and he like put the hoodie over his head, like and then, like shoved him out the way and like laid the ball up and like was just playing straight bully ball and like talking trash, like straight New York, and he had everyone like kind of talking, going crazy, and like there's a little crowd formed. So that was super funny. But then yeah, we went back to our little VIP area. I keep putting air quotes because like there was no barrier to entry there unless you didn't have Cash App. But yeah, we watched the All Star game there, finished the night there, and we went back to Nikki's place. And I think we started White Lotus, either White Lotus or Severance. Like we watched shows, like it was very chill into the Sunday night. So it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome All Star experience all in all. The crossover event did kind of let me down a little bit. I was like, was it worth $50? Probably not, but I mean, it was for the one time we got to experience it, ran into some people, like saw some cool stuff. So that was that. Oh, we did also buy All Star shirts, like from some guy on the street, which was really funny. He like had them under his jacket. He was like, "Yeah, we can't be selling on the street." And Logan hustled him to $15 a shirt. So for $45, all 3 of us got a shirt. But it's kind of an ugly shirt, but it's a keepsake. It's a sleep shirt, and he also got all the sizes wrong because he had them under there, which we thought was crazy. We're like, "Where are the shirts at?" If we wanted to buy them, he's like, "I have them right here." And then we were like telling him our sizes. And I guess we didn't even think to check because we were on the street. Like we cash at them and left. But then like I asked for a large, I think I got an XL, and like Nikki asked for a small and got a medium, something weird like that, but not too crazy. But they'll be sleep shirts anyways. But yeah, cool 3 day weekend, cool time in San Francisco, like seeing Logan hanging out with Nikki and her roommate Tara, and always a good time there. Definitely makes me debate moving there. But yeah, for my first NBA All Star experience, which was pretty chill, like we only went to one real event and the crossover event, and other than that, we just kind of watched and stayed around the city. I would say it was a success and made some good memories. So all in all, a good weekend. Shout out to Jeremy McCain. Nikki got her ball. We all got a signed basketball, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, that's the end of the All Star weekend kind of recap. And stay tuned. Next video will be more of a vlog, and we'll get some more creative videos going, like I promised. But I'm kind of stacking and building. I've been making a lot of shorts too, so join me on my Sunday of NBA All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. That's Lethal Shooter. We ran into George the Messiah from New York. But we started the day off going to NBA crossover, which was pretty cool. It's alright. That's some cool activations where we got to shoot around like this. But honestly, the lines were really long. Didn't spend too much time in there. My sister missed her shot. There's Logan knocking down one. He had to make 3 for this installation. I think he misses the second one. Brick. But yeah, we're walking around, ran into Lethal Shooter. Definitely a lot of players there. Ran into Mac McClung walking around. Pretty cool event. But then we stumbled across this Cash App VIP little area. What we had to do was download Cash App, and they gave us a bunch of free candy and stuff. They also had people like George and Messiah come out, play one-on-one against people. I don't know how to describe his game. Like, he just talks a lot of smack, a lot of bully ball, and he just straight violating people. Like, some guys were wearing hoodies, and he was just putting the hoodie on over them and like basically like taking their hoodies off and backing them down. A lot of bully ball, straight New York style. They had MC out there, which was pretty funny. Like, he was pointing people random nicknames. Like, he kept calling one kid H&M. But a good vibe at the Cash App area. They had free drinks. They had free food basically, and like a bunch of candy. So we stuck around there. We didn't even go back to Chase Center. We watched the game from here. It looked like we were in someone's living room and had a great Sunday night. Go check out my shorts if you're stayed this far in the video. And yeah, peace.